government people, and I'm talking about presidents on the continent and outside, right? I'm generating hundreds of thousands of dollars, you know, and not really sure now as an entrepreneur managing 5 businesses. That's another thing that was like I was really spread out. If I had somebody to, and I remember Ali Mufuruki tried, he said, you need to stop all of this, focus on the one area that you are known for. You can be known for by name, you, Modesta. Focus on that, distinguish yourself. Maybe you choose, and he was saying, because I'm a lawyer and I was an advocate of the High Court, choose to do that and be the most renowned in East Africa. Go with that. And from that, because I remember he joked with me, and it was a joke. He said, I'm Ali Mufuruki. That name means something anywhere. Who are you? You're like those pyramid. What pyramid here? What is that? The fathers. he said you're a charity case, and you're holding placards for a cause about youth and everything, but you yourself haven't stood. That is the benefit of a mentor when you're about to set goals, when you're about to go for a vision. They will tell it as it is. They will give you context, and they will say your dreams are valid. However, the reality is your knowledge, your skills, your experience, even your attitude. I will be the first one to say I've had such attitude issues that it took a lot of challenges. It took a lot of looking around and saying, wait a second, this is me. This is not people around me, to get the maturity to handle certain things. You know, so I really believe it is invaluable. It is so key to get a mentor. It shortens a lot. And I would say whether you're going to pay to access that mentor, or if you're going to get a coach, although a coach will support you on very specific deliverables. They're not going to walk in life with you like mentors would, right? But it is so key to get them. There is no other way around it, unless if you want to level up in your success, you are ready to invest 3 hours a day for 3,333 days, which is a little more than 9 years, to master your craft. Who has the time for that?
No one.
So that's what I gotta say.
That's very good. Related to that, there are some people, they have the goals, they get a mentor or someone, a coach, to help them, guide them. But in the end, they're just like me, from someone from Kigoma, known as to be resistant of so many things. The personal accountability, accepting the challenge and accepting the critique that, okay, you want to become an author, you want to become a manager, you want to do business, you want to become a civil servant. So all these are good things, as you said, but focus on at least choose 2 and forget about this one for this time because of this particular environment. How can people first of all, take the negative feedback? That's number 1. Instead of just following someone who can just advise you or guide you on things which, because you want something, I'll just give advice on that one. But 2, how can someone have a continued personal accountability? Because when you are at the college, if you don't submit your assignment, you get poor grades. Primary school, secondary school, they give you stick. But in the real life, no one is going to stick you because you didn't do something. How are you going to keep motivated yourself and continue to have your goals despite that no one, even your mentor, cannot just come and say, wake up today? Cannot do that. How are you going to do on your personal accountability on that?
So good. Such a good question. So the first one on how to take feedback, right?
Yes.
So here's the thing. One of the things that I have come to learn and to practice, sometimes it's painful, is humility. Doesn't always taste good. But to entertain the fact that could it be that I don't know everything there is to know about this area? And of course it is so. No one knows everything about everything, right?
Yes.
And then something else that I have learned is, listen, I have asked for feedback. Unless I just wanted somebody to tell me what I want to hear to make myself feel good, which is just silliness now, that's immature. But if I truly went to a person with the intent of growing in my area, right? With the intent of getting the kind of input that will help me level up to to where I want to be successful, then be open to receive that. But I always say this: you must know yourself. My goodness, people, I don't know how else to say this. Spend time with yourselves, please, away from devices, just quietly thinking through what your strengths are, thinking through areas that you may have weaknesses. Weaknesses does not mean you're a sinner who's going to hell. It just means that there are areas that you can probably match with other people that have greater strengths. Like, you compliment me in so many areas I'm not strong. You help me leapfrog my results. You have spoken to my colleague. She helps me move faster because I'm not getting bogged down in the admin day to day. Now, it's not a sin. It's not a dirty word to say that I am not strong in these areas. But you need to know that before that. And then you need to know where you want to go and why. It really helps you with getting feedback, because at the end of the day, it's not about the details of today. It's the fact that I want to get somewhere and I've asked for input. But why I mentioned that you need to know yourself well is that some people are psycho. You're going to go to some people who are just jealous because you're trying to dare something that they wouldn't.
Yes.
There's some legit psychos out there. I don't know why. Like, I don't know why somebody would put somebody else down on a possibility simply because they tried, it didn't happen, or maybe they also have the same thought and now somebody else is going to do it.
In Swahili we call kamati ya roho mbaya.
And I didn't even kamati.
There is no translation for that for English. Is there a highest level for jealousy? I don't know.
So when you know yourself, right, and you're receiving something, even when it's negative, you can tell that it's coming from a good heart or it's not. But also, if somebody calls your strengths a weakness, then you don't even need to argue. Like they're just coming up with this stuff because that is your strength. But somebody calls out a weakness of yours and you in your chamber alone know it's a weakness, why fight them? Like, you're being silly. What are you trying to do to defend whose honor where? Because by getting that feedback, it'll really help you build. So if you do not like the feedback you're getting, you requested it. Be gracious. Say thank you. Right? Don't say, thank you, I'm going to go think about it. I don't know. Because I've had people say that. I don't know, I'm going to pray over it and see. Because if the Holy Spirit tells me that's also a problem, then maybe it is a problem. I'm like, God bless you. Right? Take that feedback. If you think it came out of spite, no need to make a show of it. Move on. But where you can go back and reflect and you see, something is true. Or even right there, you can ask, can you give me an example, please? Or let's say maybe they don't have much experience with you, but they're giving you feedback that they don't think that, when I said, maybe that's your vision, that's great, but that's not where you should start, right? That's not what you should aim right now. You can ask, why do you think that? And you can have a conversation about that until it gets down to details about facts. It's not personal opinion. It's not an attack. They're talking about facts based on their experience, based on their skills. So the facts are, you are at this place. You have been able to handle $50,000. You're about to apply for $5 million grant to do XYZ. And you tell me that you don't have, a finance, a procurement, a grants, whatever, management, blah, blah, blah. I think you're going, this thing is going to, is going to overwhelm you. So they're getting down to facts. And then you can come back. This is how you handle, constructive feedback. You can come back and ask, so they've given you details of why, and then ask for details. So what would it take for me to improve so that I can then get to that? Because no never means never. Nor does feedback that you're not at a place to do something now mean that you will never in life do that thing. So let's approach it I love making references to doctors. Doctors will come in. It's very clinical, nothing personal. Anybody ever fight a doctor? I don't know what to say to you. They come in, you come there crying with your what. They tell you sit at the table, they snap on their gloves. These days they have the mask on, whatever, they check you out. They're like, it looks like we're dealing with this, that, and the other.
Yeah.
They're being neutral. This is what I'm seeing. This is the fact. Oh no, how could you say that? Something.
Let the professionals do their best. Yeah.
Right? All right, we'll do further tests. And do further tests. It confirms it is XYZ. All right. Now you don't get mad. You don't fight them. You don't walk away. You ask, okay, so what do I do? How does? And you apply what they say, and you get the outcomes you seek. Do that with feedback about anything in life. Nobody's trying to bring you down, unless they are trying to bring you down. They actually generally have goodwill and want to help you. But I'm telling you, you will be a work in progress for the rest of your life. We all are. This is what I will tell people. I have to grow into the Modesta I need to be to achieve the vision that I know God has given me. The Modesta you're speaking to today, Ernest, is not even that Modesta yet. I know who I'm meant to be for the things. I don't even know where to start being that woman. But I'm several steps from that woman, and what I have now is what I'm growing to steward well, so that I can, based on these principles, grow to the next level like that. So understand and embrace the fact that I was going to say, that you're not done, that there is still growing to do. Yes. Embrace it clinically, remove the emotion, and be very sanitary about it, and ask the questions you will need. Ask questions, why do you say that? Can you give me a specific example of why you think that? And then can you give me specific things that you recommend that I would do? Even if they're referring you to somebody else or to resources, but at least you left with specifics. A doctor never gives you vague things. They don't say, go take medicine. They will tell you this medicine, this many milligrams for this long, and yes, do this, avoid that. Ask those questions to help yourself grow. But when you go in, understanding who you are, where you want to go, why you want to go there, and being open to getting the feedback, as in, take feedback like the ammunition, like the resources, like the energy, what will pump you to then improve yourself to get there. Take it as rocket fuel. Feedback is your rocket fuel. It's not there to push you down. So that was my very long-winded answer to the first question. The second aspect of the question was?
The second part is now you how are you going to create your personal accountability? Because no one is going to have a stick to beat you because you didn't do assignment. Now I want you to go and do exercise to lose weight. No one is going to, is my responsibility to put the alarm. How are you going to put yourself on course of your goals and objectives?
So good. So, yeah, this one, if truth be told,